How are things tonight? Ben George reporting live from the Bronx. What's going on, my peoples out there? Before we get started, I just want to send a big shout out to Ann Still. You can find them on your Facebook page, Rastagram on the IG. That's my big cuz right there. I want to give a shout out to Salam Mia. That's another one of my families right there. Cooling with the Cuban partners. And I just want to address some things that are happening in the industry that I believe a lot of people are not really taking notice to, or not understanding, or it's not really affecting you mentally, as far as, you know, just understanding the way people should be conducting themselves in certain situations. So bear with me for a moment. We're gonna touch on 3 major topics. Things that we believe have been questioned about artist integrity and different executives' integrity, and, you know, just things that in general I've been getting feedback from my different investors. And it really starts with us understanding everybody has their own perceptions and things on what they want done in life and what they feel their dreams are about and what's important to them. But sometimes you just got to slow down, get a collective response to things, take a majority vote, and be wise and political about things. So we're going to speak on 3 different topics tonight. 3 different topics. Okay? The first topic is going to be, I didn't make no notes for this because I wanted it to be genuine. I wanted it to be from the heart. I wanted it to be as real as possible for y'all. Okay? And this is going to be the start of a long line of segments that I'm going to be doing on different social media platforms, and maybe SoundCloud, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you can find me, I'm going to try to be there for you. Okay? But let's say we start off with let me go into my notes for a minute. This is not really written down, but this is just me going back into some of the responses I was getting on from my business, and some of the people who've expressed to me concerns about certain different things that I thought should be addressed. So we're there now. Let me see if I can find this particular page that I was looking for. But you know what? As a matter of fact, let me not even do that, because I promise y'all authenticity with this. So we're going to try to be authentic as possible and wrap this up within a half hour's time, okay? So let's just go off the head then. One thing I remember the people talking about was something about black men not adhering to the needs of their women. Right? Black men not adhering to the needs of their women. Now, my basic thing with that was, okay, it is quite possible that every man is not providing for his family. Every man is not raising his child properly. Every man is not given the schooling, the schooling to be able to teach their kids basic curriculum. But you got to realize this particular individual came at me sort of different. She said that if men really supported their women, or they ever had intentions of supporting their women properly, that, you know, the women wouldn't be in such a bad situation. And, you know, I even took her back to the understanding of some things that had taken place in the in recent communities, where the women wanted to say that, you know, maybe these black men are just not, you know, they're just not prepared, or just not ready. And that's why they're falling. That's why all of the women are falling victims to, you know, what the devilment of the Western nations are doing to them. So let's just touch on that for a brief moment, because my basic argument wasn't that every man is going to stand up or live up to the expectations of a black king. My thing is, if you women are complaining about it, then you definitely have to be able to do at least what this guy did in most situations when he's no longer there with you, or when he's unable to be there with you. So the text reads as this. And I didn't want to use no, I just want to tell you what she said first, because these are not my words. This is her words. And it says something about, they beat me and I called to you to save me, but you couldn't. So I secretly resented you. They took our babies and sold them. I begged you to save us, but you couldn't. So I secretly blamed you. Now, just that right there, I don't want to tell you how in depth she goes into the atrocities that were said to have taken place against a nation that has been here centuries before the people who she's saying has done this thing to her. But let's just say she's not talking about any race or culture. Let's just say she's saying this happened, but you, as my husband, my provider, was not there for me. I can understand that. So with that in mind, my rebuttal to her was, and I don't want you to act like I'm not giving her I'm not giving you the most pure, authentic answer, because I gave this answer in less than 20 minutes. I promise you that. I gave her this answer in less than 20 minutes. And it starts like this. This is for you so-called black women who want economic inclusion with your panties off and a white man's bed. Now, she didn't mention anything about who did this to her. But there's a portion of hers that says, how could I let you tell me what to do when Massa could protect me more than you? When Massa? All right, so, you know, that kind of threw me off. So let me go back to my reply. This is for you so-called black women who want economic inclusion with your panties off and a white man's bed. If you ever test my gangster like I was incapable of protecting you or my children in this way at all, when I know you in your feelings every time I ain't giving you money, you better be capable or willing to do everything I was doing for us before you let your disloyal and greedy heart betray me for something that's probably going to lead to your early death. Now, can y'all feel me on that? Because I'm not going to make this much longer. I said we were going to go a half hour, but this subject touched on something so serious that I need your response on this one. Now, understand what she's saying to me. It's basically that she was calling for help, I was not there. And now she's saying, how can I let you lead our family when Masa could protect me more than you can? And my basic rebuttal is just, any black woman I've known, or any woman who ever comes to her man like this, with these type of accusations, with these type of, with this type of resentment in her heart, has to be able to realize that if she could not be capable of doing all of these things that she is asking of her man, before all of these things took place, or excuse me, after she has separated herself from him, then she is possibly asking for death. What are your words on that?